Greetings, dear friends and partners.
Dear friends, dear partners, I warmly congratulate the Netherlands and the entire community of dedicated friends and partners who have gathered here today. Thank you for the invitation and for the opportunity to convey greetings from Ukraine. I am especially grateful to Mr. Pierre Freyten, President of the Stichting Kinderen in Poland and Ukraine, for his attention and continuous support. As always, I would also like to greet the hosts of the welcoming home of the Hess Inveld family, where everyone is always welcome and where the tradition of your meetings has lived on for many years. I wish your meeting every success. May each speaker be inspired by clear thoughts and meaningful words, and may this meeting be filled with the positive atmosphere that unites people around shared values and common goals.
Коротко про підсумки діяльності Центру Милосердя.
I would like to briefly present the results of the Mercy Center activities during the first half of 2026, made possible through the Foundation support. On February 24th this year, Ukraine crossed a tragic milestone. 4 years since the beginning of the full-scale invasion of our country. During these years, the war has touched every family, every home, and every aspect of daily life. The aggressor continued to test different strategies aimed at destroying Ukrainians, not only on the battlefield, but also in civilian life, far from the front line, where ordinary people continue to suffer. For all 4 of these long years, Ukrainians have lived in a state of constant exhaustion, under the threat of attacks and destruction. At the end of last year and the beginning of this year, the entire country once again entered a difficult period of energy terror. Massive strikes on energy infrastructure left millions of people without electricity, heating, and light in their homes. During this challenging time, the need for the basic necessities become especially acute. We try to remain close to our beneficiaries and support them with the essentials, flashlights and power banks, which for many became not only practical tool, but also a symbol that they were remembered and cared for. We sincerely thank the Foundation for this important assistance. Thanks to your support, more than 70 families received power banks, providing vital help during prolonged power outages. Although we were unable to meet every request, each power bank distributed became a tangible source of support for a family in need. As I'll always say, an ocean is filled drop by drop.
Океан наповнюється краплями.
The next completed activity this year was a project worth 3,000 euros implemented with financial support from the Foundation. Over a 3-month period, within the framework of the home care project, 12 elderly people received a hot-prepared meals. In total, 480 meals were purchased and delivered. In addition, 20 beneficiaries received food packages. This support is extremely important because it is directed toward the most vulnerable people who turn to us for help. Many of them survive on pensions amounting to approximately 90-100 euros per month. The war continues to damage and exhaust the country's economy, resulting in significant reductions in many state social programs. Today, public social support is primarily focused on veterans, as the number of people requiring physical and psychological rehabilitation continues to grow. Considerable resources are needed to help them adapt and return to full in society after years of service. In addition, millions of people have permanently lost their homes. Therefore, the construction of new housing, or at least temporary housing, including dormitory-style housing, remains an urgent issue that requires ongoing attention from the state.
Потребує постійної підтримки це питання з боку держави.
For this reason, the Center of Mercy, as a non-governmental organization, deeply value the Foundation continuing support for the programs aimed at assisting elderly people. Thanks to your solidarity and compassion, we have been able to stand beside those who need care and support the most. We hope for your continued support of the home care program. Its implementation and financing are becoming increasingly difficult. However, the program has been operating within our organization since its founding in 1998. For this reason, it remains one of our core priorities. We will continue to make every effort to preserve and develop it, and we would be sincerely grateful if the Foundation remain our partner in carrying out this important mission.
Попереду літо,
The summer is ahead of us, and we are planning the implementation of the Rehabilitation Week project for the third time. This project is intended for children with disabilities and their mothers. We sincerely hope that we will be able to bring this initiative to life. These are children and families who already lived under considerable daily pressure. The war has only increased the fatigue and exhaustion. Parents, and especially mothers, carry an extraordinary burden, caring for their children continuously, often giving all of their strength without reserve, and sacrificing their own opportunities for rest and recovery. For them, projects like this are not a luxury, they are a necessity. At the same time, given today's realities, we must take existing risks into account. Therefore, we are grateful to the Foundation for its willingness to support and continue this project. We are ready to work step by step through all stages of preparation, overcome and challenges associated with warm-time conditions, and remain hopeful that together with the Nadia Center, we will be successfully implement our plans.
реалізувати задумане. 5-й рік війни в умовах
A fifth year of life under constant danger, air raid sirens, information pressure, and continuous reports of possible offensives or nuclear threats has exhausted and strained millions of people. We see how the world is gradually becoming accustomed to the war in Ukraine, and how deliberate missile attacks against civilians are increasingly met with the silence or insufficient reaction from the international community. We also observe the gradual return of Russian representatives to cultural, sporting, and other international arenas, where the anthem of the aggressor state may once again be heard. This is shocking. History has repeatedly shown how dangerous indifference toward aggression and the failure to recognize it true nature can be.
справжньої суті. Водночас ця війна зробила нас сильнішими.
At the same time, this war has made us stronger because we are defending our right to be ourselves, to speak our native language on our own land, and to determine our own future. This is why we are especially grateful to the Netherlands for its unwavering support of Ukraine and its consistent solidarity with our people. We feel a close connection to the historical experience of the Netherlands, which fought during the 80 Years' War for freedom, self-government, and independence. This experience reminds us that freedom is never guaranteed. It requires courage, resilience, and the willingness to defend it even in the highest cost, human life.
Сьогодні українці гостро відчувають цінність свободи.
Today, more than ever, Ukrainians understand the true value of freedom. Your support is not only political or humanitarian assistance, it is also a sign of understanding, friendship, and shared values. It gives us a confidence that we are not alone. For 5 consecutive years, regardless of political changes, the Netherlands has remained a reliable and principled supporter of Ukraine. For this, please accept the heartfelt gratitude.
За це прийміть щиру українську подяку. Ми щиро дякуємо членам фундації.
We would also like to express our sincere thanks to the members of the Foundation, its donors, and all those who continue to support Ukraine. In particular, we thank Mr. Pierre Phaeton and Mr. Lex Koyman for visiting Ukraine despite the risks. Your willingness to come, meet people personally, and see the reality of life during wartime means more than words can express. These visits, conversations, and moments of personal connection give us strength, hope, and encouragement. Finally, I wish you a successful conference, inspiring discussions, and valuable time together. May this meeting strengthen bonds between us and inspire new ideas, new partnership, and new acts of kindness. Thank you for standing with Ukraine. Thank you for your friendship. And thank you for everything you do.
Що ми робимо спільно разом. Thank you all. Thank you, Netherlands.